I'm Tracy Baxter with today's Record Newswatch. Terry Lassane claims police and prosecutors know who is responsible for the road rage death of his daughter Tiffany last November. 27-year-old Tiffany Lassane died when her car crashed during an apparent road rage incident as the cars got onto Interstate 84 in the town of Wallkill. Today, Terry Lassane stood outside the Orange County Social Services building in Newburgh, where he claimed the DA's office has been dragging its feet.
If you're going to take an office, do your duty, whether you're a mayor, DA, prosecutor, whatever. Be fair, because we're all the same. Don't treat minorities different. Don't treat the less fortunate different. I mean, is it classist? Is it racist? Is Newburgh less important than Goshen? Is Newburgh less important than Middletown or Wallkill? I mean, who stands up for us? Who stands up for our community? We bury our children. I wish this upon no one. But why? No justice. Why no justice? It doesn't make sense to me.
Tiffany's 10-year-old son was in the vehicle when it crashed, and he survived. Reporter Jeremiah Horgan will have more on this story here at Record Online. In Middletown, police have made an arrest following a stabbing incident that occurred early Saturday morning in the area of Beatty Avenue and Wickham Avenue. Early Saturday morning, police have charged 20-year-old Eric Martinez of Newburgh with first-degree assault and robbery for an attack that left a 22-year-old man with 4 stab wounds. The victim underwent emergency surgery and was listed in critical condition. Middletown police believe he will survive. Additional robbery charges were filed against Martinez for an incident that occurred earlier Saturday morning in the area of Cottage and Prince Streets. Elsewhere, a Sullivan County man has been ordered held without bail in Sullivan County Jail following his arrest for first-degree rape and coercive sexual conduct against a child. State police investigators say 48-year-old Tyrone Chaneyfield subjected a child under the age of 13 to sexual contact over the course of a 3-year period. Chaneyfield was arraigned in Village of Monticello Court. And he called the behavior vile and unimaginable. Ulster County District Attorney Holly Carnwright was describing the actions of Zachary Covert, the 43-year-old Port Ewan man who will be serving 15 years in prison for committing sexual acts against a young girl beginning when she was 8 years old. Covert had been an acquaintance of the child's family. He had pleaded guilty to charges stemming from the repeated sexual contact that occurred at 2 Town of Esopus residences. At sentencing, Ulster County Judge Donald Williams said it was his opinion that Covert should spend the rest of his life in prison. Carnwright said he was thankful the case was resolved without the child having to relive the hideous events in open court. The Ulster County man arrested for a DWI crash Friday evening in the town of Rosendale that killed a woman and seriously injured her son has been released on $15,000 bail. 23-year-old Tyler Grable of Cottikill is facing charges of vehicular manslaughter, vehicular assault, and DWI after his car failed to stop at an intersection at Cottikill Road and Lucas Turnpike where it slammed into a Jeep. The driver of that vehicle, 50-year-old Kelly Utter of Cottikill, was killed and her 19-year-old son Joseph was seriously hurt. The force of the collision flipped Grable's car over. It ended up on the porch of a nearby house. The Ulster County Sheriff's Department says additional charges may be filed. Kelly Utter had been employed as executive secretary for the Ulster County Resource Recovery Agency. In Orange County Court today, a Newburgh man was sentenced to 2 years in prison for strangling a woman into unconsciousness. 25-year-old Quaddock Curry had pleaded guilty back in July to a felony charge of second-degree strangulation. He admitted in court to using excessive force when he choked the woman during the incident last November. Prosecutors had recommended a 4-year prison sentence. Curry had originally faced charges of rape and coercion. Well, more than 1,000 people turned out Sunday at the walkway over the Hudson to take part in a fundraiser that drew attention to suicide. The event was one of many Out of the Darkness community walks held across the country, sponsored by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Organizers say about $73,000 was raised Sunday for programs that are aimed at promoting better understanding of the needs of those with mental disorders, as well as to prevent suicide and help those whose lives were impacted by suicide. And in the town of Newburgh, Saturday, people lined the streets to witness the sights and sounds of the annual Orange County Volunteer Firemen's Association Parade. A chance for them to show their appreciation to all the men and women in their communities who respond to emergency calls throughout the year.
Years ago, the roads were packed with people. Nowadays, it's less and less. It's still a good feeling to walk down that street and see your neighbors out there, your residents clapping your hands and appreciating what you do out there. But again, the brotherhood that comes together, the families that sit there and talk, have lunch together or dinner together, enjoy a good parade like this, that's the best feeling in the world.
The Cronomer Valley Fire Department served as host department this year. This was the 99th Orange County Firefighters Parade. About 50 fire departments took part and were joined by a number of bands that led them down the Route 32 parade route. It'll cool down a little out there in the days ahead. Tuesday will be partly cloudy with a slight chance of a passing shower. Temperatures will top out in the upper 70s. Wednesday will be mostly cloudy with the highs around 75, and again the chance of a little rain on Wednesday. Well, you will find the news and information to help start your day in the Times-Herald Record. And anywhere news breaks, you will find it right here at Record Online. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.